What is up? It's your boy Aing here, bringing to you guys a brand new freaking video, man. So look, listen, today we got a fun one. Today we got an exciting one. Today we got a banger. Boy, oh boy, have I been teasing this video for quite some time. Now, if you're interested in gear, upgrading your Toyota Tacoma, this is definitely one of the things that you absolutely need. Anything you do to your Tacoma more than likely is gonna add weight. If you're preparing or you're already dealing with sag, definitely this is the video for you. So without further ado, please leave a like, a comment, and a subscription. But let's get right into the video. We're gonna be installing and reviewing Sumo springs. I've already installed them, I've already reviewed them, I've already used them. And if you don't want to watch the whole video, I do recommend you watch. They're amazing, they are great, they are a no-brainer. Purchase them, buy them, get them now. But without further ado, let's get right into the installation, because I kid you not, it was too easy. Alright, so let's start off with what you actually get inside the box. Thank you for your order and instructions. And of course, some swag, some merch to go along with the order. You also get some Loctite right here. Then you get all your bolts and more Loctite for the rear of the truck. Also inside the box, I think what we all have been waiting for, the actual Sumo spring. So this is what you're gonna use for the rear of your truck, and this is what you're gonna be using for the front of your truck. So this is what you're gonna get inside the box if you order from Sumo Spring. Depending if you just get the rear or depending if you just get the front, obviously some things are going to vary, but if you order both, you will have exactly what I have here, except for you will have two for the front. Super Springs has a super quick and easy install, and I was like, well, let's see how quick it really is. After work, once this had arrived, I literally did it in 10 minutes. So that's why I only have one here, because I've already installed one on the driver's side. So without further ado, let's get into the install. Alrighty, so now it's time for the install. We're going to do the install on the passenger side now. As far as tools go, this is what I'm using, and a jack. That's it. You are going to want to turn the wheel the opposite way of which you are working. So I'm going to turn this wheel that way now. So you're going to want to make sure wherever you're lifting the vehicle, obviously safety comes first. Make sure it's level and make sure your e-brake's on, and make sure to take as many precautions as you can. Once you got everything in place, it's time to start lifting. Once you got the truck lifted up, it's time to get rid of that stock bump stop. Right here, it is metal, so it's easy to get around it, clamp it down. If you're strong enough, you may even be able to break it with your hand, but if not, just use a tool. It's really simple. Once you initially break it, then it's fairly simple just to get it off. So now it's time to install this. All we have to do, simply put some Loctite on it. Same way it came out, same way it goes in. Take your time, make sure not to cross thread anything, because that would not be a fun day. Once you got it on, just put it on as hand tight as you can. I'm sure that Loctite will help it out a bit. But now, let's compare the two. So this is the stock OEM bump stop that comes with your Toyota Tacoma. It is not pleasant. I never realized how bad it actually was. So this hard piece of rubber versus this. Not only does it look a lot cooler, first off, it feels a lot better, and it can do what that can do and do it way much better with a way better feel. Now that we got the front done, now it's time for the back. But just let's take a quick second and look how close these are. On camera, it looks pretty spot on. That's crazy. All right, so working on the back side, this is not difficult at all. You are going to want to lift your truck up a little bit. Once you have it lifted, you have 4 bolts right here that you want to undo. Once you have them undone, you just want to remove the factory bump stop. Bada boom, bada bing. So this is the U-bolt flip kit. As you guys can see already right here, the amount of ground clearance that you're going to get, stock, not so stock. So of course, the hardware is provided. Very, very simple. Just go ahead and screw these two down. They are a lock nut, so it's going to be held in there nice and tight. Once it's all tightened down, then you can go ahead and put this plate on top of your factory leaf springs. You'll be able to see right there how it fits. It'll fit in there perfectly. I will say, obviously, tighten this down first. Then once you bring that plate in there, all you have to do is tighten those 4 bolts. 75 foot-pounds is the recommended torque spec. So let's get these bad boys on. If you got the U-bolt flip kit, I definitely would recommend taking the tire off. It just makes it a million times easier. Make sure, of course, that you have the truck properly secured. Then torque these down to around 75 foot-pound of torque. One thing I will say, try to make it as even as you possibly can. So I'm doing 5 on each side until it locks up, just to make sure that, again, it's even. Nice. Now that the install is out the way, let's talk about how they actually perform. Now, I don't have enough weight for the rear to actually sag down enough to touch the actual Sumo springs. My truck is lifted about 1.5 inches, but I will say, when I'm driving fully loaded, I think I had around 340 to 400 pounds in the rear. Going over the highway, it sometimes dips into like a bridge or an imperfection. My bed would slam down very, very hard when I didn't have these Sumo springs. And I know this because Sandy would scream, "Ow, babe, you're going too fast." When I was installing these, I told her what it was supposed to do, and she kind of gave me like this look like, yeah, right, buddy, we'll see. So this weekend when I tested them out on a 700-mile road trip, we hit an imperfection going around 80 to 85, and the silence said it all. She just gave me like a side eye and was like, all right, I believe it. If you don't need them in the rear, okay, I understand it, but just get the front ones. The front ones are crazy good. I noticed it way more on speed bumps. So I don't know about you, but my last Tacoma had this problem on the left side. This Tacoma had the problem on the right side. Whenever I went over a speed bump, it would slam down and hit on the bump stop. This no longer does that, which is so good. There's a specific speed bump going into Sandy's mom's house that it always hit. Now it doesn't. It feels normal, but man, Sumo springs, you guys outdid yourself. So now I'm gonna strap up a GoPro and I am going to try my best to get you guys some footage. I'm not entirely sure how good the footage is gonna come out. I don't even know if the GoPro is gonna make it. I hooked up some rink-a-dink setup right here. I hope it doesn't fall off. If it does fall off, well, there goes my GoPro, and because, well, it's gonna line up right with the tire is gonna have an absolute blast with it. Let's go ahead and test it out and see what we can get. I'm gonna be testing these out even more. There's a lot more weight that's still to be added to the bed of my truck, and also in the front we are gonna be adding some more weight. So I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, go ahead and check them out down below in the description. It is an absolute dream. Again, shout out to Sumo Springs for working with me. I never thought a company of that magnitude would even consider me or even message me back. I have gone ahead and added them here. So we got Voodoo Fabrications, Sumo Springs, and the list will only get bigger. But the list is only getting bigger thanks to you. So thank you for commenting, thank you for watching. But with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, a like, a comment, and a subscription. It's been your boy, I'm Outie like an Audi. I'll see you tomorrow. Cinco de Malo. Peace.